you very much. As she said, my name is Brad Kramer, and my business is 1Million Consulting. So as I was looking for the name for a business, I love Latin name businesses, and I was looking for the words that really convey what I want my business to be and the value that I want to bring to my customers. So I found 1Million, which is Latin for to aspire, succeed, prosper, arise, thrive. So it really encompasses all those words. So I found that to be the perfect word for the name of my business, 1Million Consulting. So who am I? I live in Albert Lea, and my wife Lindsay up here. She came up here with me, and she also has It's Worth It Massage and Wellness Studio. So she has a massage studio that now has infrared sauna and float tank. So we're always interested in starting new things and learning and stuff like that. We have 5 kids, including 2 adults that live out on their own, and a granddaughter. And basically my background that led to being in environmental health and safety, which I'll get to a little bit later about what 1Million does. In my 20s, I had kind of a short attention span. I like to try new things and learn new things, so I jumped around quite a bit and worked in the manufacturing sector a lot, in maintenance, as a CNC machinist, operations manager and stuff like that, and also in some criminal justice and restaurant management. So what really kind of brought that all together was going into the safety field. That really all tied it together. So understanding how reading laws and stuff like that I got in my criminal justice background, understanding how safety and environmental compliance really came together in manufacturing, understanding it from the different perspectives and operations and maintenance and stuff like that. So it really tied it together very well. So over a few years of doing environmental health and safety management, decided to get into consulting because I really like problem solving and looking at things from different perspectives and dealing with different problems every day, which consulting really introduces. So I started 1Million Consulting. Some of the companies that I did environmental health and safety management or just general management for, kind of see up here, companies like CHS Insurance, Kerry Foods, Cargill, and a bunch of other companies like that. And some roles that I have in the community, I'm a paid on-call firefighter and emergency medical responder for the Albert Lea Fire and Rescue Department. I'm on the Shell Rock River Watershed Board of Managers. So really learning how the water that flows off your property affects further downstream into the rivers and lakes. Also in the Homeland Security and Emergency Management Regional Review Committee. So as a group, we go to different counties and review their emergency response plans. So really tying all that together to your plans and how they affect the greater area of the emergency response. So a little bit what sets me apart with how I look at safety and environmental compliance issues. Most EHS professionals kind of look at things here. They see a safety problem. They see where somebody's getting hurt or there's regulatory problems or something like that, and they tie it together, the regulatory compliance and the lost time, how much time somebody's out of the job and you have to bring other people in. I tend to look further up the line here. How does that affect the turnover of your company? If somebody's getting hurt, that's affecting morale. You have people leaving, and that leads to retention and recruitment issues. So you get a poor reputation in the community. Your employees have a lot of turnover. Other people don't want to come in and replace them. Throughput and efficiency. So if you're constantly replacing people, training them, trying to depend on manual labor for all your processes, your efficiency and then therefore your profitability of your business goes down. So I focus a lot higher than just these 3 bottom tiers here. So that's what really sets me apart from different EHS professionals out there. And then as I started consulting, I had business owners saying, hey, can you do this sexual harassment seminar or something like that was more into HR, and asking if I can do the FSMA, which is Food Safety Modernization Act compliance stuff, because they were really struggling with this new set of laws. So I said, well, got to think of it, why don't I bring some other professionals underneath the roof of Provenio, because I'm already going out and trying to find my target market, and this target market has other needs. So if I can bring other subject matter experts under the roof of Provenio, we can really get a lot more done and offer a lot more to my clients. So by doing that, I solve several problems for subject matter experts in the community. They get to share their talent and passion. They get to generate more revenue off their skills, and they learn by becoming teachers. So they're going out and teaching these things and helping other people with things, so they're growing themselves. They get to be better trainers, and they look beyond being just an employee. And also, I don't have to poach these employees from other companies. They can go out on their own time, and rather than being a full-time consultant, however it fits into their schedule. So they're bringing a lot of that value back to their daytime employer by doing this stuff. And they're empowered with more opportunities. So they might get better training or something like that. If they see a niche in their market, now they can, Provenio might say, okay, I see this need, so I'll send you to this training so that now you can be a trainer or a consultant for that topic. And then they're going to bring that specialty back to the company that they work for. So really trying to build an all-star team with Provenio Consulting. Some of the core services that I offer, as far as environmental health and safety and continuous improvement, are like environmental and safety audits, developing programs and procedures and policies around those topics, conducting training for management and employees, as well as safety committee facilitation. So if you've ever had a safety committee in your business, you know that it's sometimes like herding cats, right? Trying to get everybody around a table, come up with problems, and actually come up with solutions for those problems rather than just griping, right? So that's where I come in and help facilitate that safety committee, keep it effective, and bring some best practices there. Also doing environmental reporting and programs. Anybody here love doing regulatory reports? I don't see any hands up. So that's where I come in. I can help with those tier 2 reports and stuff like that. And also continuous improvement and making your brand more sustainable and how to communicate that to your customers and the other people that your brand is important to. And then some other specialized options. I just had a 20-year police department and EMT veteran sign on now as a first aid and CPR trainer. So when I offer those classes to clients, they're getting a very good trainer. I'm doing ISO 9001, 14001, and different other ISO standards to help implement those to expand the base of the market that you can market to and improve your business. I do HAZWOPER, which is hazardous waste operations and emergency response training. So that's a more higher level training for companies that have things like anhydrous ammonia and other hazardous wastes and materials to train their employees to go in and do self-rescue and stuff like that, as well as other emergency response planning. Hazardous waste handling, and then I have a master electrician that can do the NFPA 70E electrical training for your maintenance guys or whoever in a business that need that specialized training. And some of the things here that aren't highlighted, that these are the people that I'm working on finding the right subject matter experts to go in and consult for those, include things like FSMA, HR. I'm working on, in discussions with a police officer right now who's very accomplished to do the active shooter training, because that's a big topic to get that kind of training into companies, that planning and preparation, as well as a few other different ones there. So that's what the core service or what Provenio offers, and I expect in the future that will grow as well. Don't have to read all of these. I just wanted to throw out kind of all the different regulatory, the whole alphabet soup of what Provenio can help you be compliant with. DOT regulations, OSHA, MIN-OSHA, EPA, MPCA, Department of Homeland Security. All those different regulations are what I like to nerd out on and read those kind of things. So, all right, so kind of where it all comes together. If you have a business, that business is part of you. You put a lot of yourself into it. So when you look at that business, that's you. That's a reflection of who you are. So what you think of your business is up here. What you want to make sure you're doing is that other people that look at your business see that same thing, right? If you say, I have a safe company, or I'm environmentally responsible, and other people don't see that, that's not your brand, right? You want to make sure that those circles come together, that your vision for your company, what you think of your company, is what other people, because when those come together, that's your brand and that's what you want to drive. All right? So what Provenio is going to do is help make sure you have the groundwork and then building that up there so that you can really express the value of your brand to your consumers, your employees, your community, investors, your suppliers, and the regulatory people that are looking at your business. So making sure your brand is well represented. And making sure it's sustainable. So sustainability is about protecting your brand, your future, your assets, and everything that you've invested into it, your community, and your wallet, right? So, Provenio Consulting, if there's contact information there, and I have brochures around the room as well as business cards, and open up to any questions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Brad. All right, here comes the time for the Q&A.